Hello and welcome back to Cloud Meets Hybrid, the Automation Talks by XOAP. I am Mario, and today's episode I want to talk about something that's been quietly shaping IT decisions for years. Something that sounds harmless but often turns into one of the biggest barriers to innovation: vendor login. At first glance, login often feels like convenience. You pick a platform, maybe it's a cloud provider, a virtual desktop solution, or an automation tool, and everything just clicks. Things integrate. Licensing is simple, support lines are clear, you move faster. That's the pitch. But here's the problem: the more you rely on one ecosystem to solve everything, the more your choices shrink over time. Suddenly, that tight integration becomes a constraint. You want to adopt a new solution, expand it into a second cloud, or deliver services to a new tenant with different requirements, and you realize you can't, or at least not without rebuilding parts of your stack, not without costs, no without delay, and so on. And for many companies, this hits them only when it's too late. When prices changes, when features get deprecated, or when compliance requirements evolve and their vendor simply doesn't adapt that fast enough. I've had more and more conversations lately with teams who feel stuck. Some are locked into virtualization solutions they no longer believe in, but the cost and risk of migration is overwhelming. Others have built their entire image or configuration management around a single platform or cloud. And now that multi cloud is a strategic priority, they are left with two options. First, maintain separate silos or start from scratch. Neither is ideal. The challenge is not the technology itself. Most platforms do what they promise. The challenge is strategic dependency. You stop owning your direction because your roadmap begins to follow someone else. And let's be clear, I'm not saying don't use big platforms. Use that what works for you, but on your own logic. Own your automation. Own the way you structure your processes so that if the market shifts or your priorities change, you have the freedom to move. At XOAP, that is something we talk about often, not in marketing, but in architecture. When we build automation, configuration, or image pipelines for our customers, we always ask, can this run in multiple environments? Can this scale across tenants? And what happens if the underlying provider changes? Because the true value of automation isn't how fast you can deploy today, it's how much freedom you have and you keep tomorrow. And that's what I want to leave you with this week. Ask yourself, not just as an IT engineer, but as a decision maker, how many of your current tools are helping you moving forward and how many are holding you in place? The answer might surprise you. Next week, I will be joined by a special guest, one of our new partners, to talk about exactly that: how organizations are regaining control, breaking out of static architectures in image delivery, image building, and putting flexibility back at the center of IT strategy. So don't miss it. If you enjoyed this episode, check the description. You want me to cover a specific topic, someone else, feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn or drop me a message. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day, and I will see you next Friday.